Hello ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're doing well. So today we have another special guest from Russia, and he has been in Vietnam for the last year. His name is Ivan and he is an English teacher in here. Welcome Ivan, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm really fine, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm doing great. So how is everything so far for you here?
I like Vietnam, kind of. It's nice salary.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, if you work as an English teacher, you have a really good income. If compare with other countries, like, I have never ever had so big salary as here, for example.
Really?
But it's also work with foreigners who work as teachers, because there is a big gap between local salary and foreigner salary. Very, very, very big.
Wow.
Yeah, for example, for Hanoi, the normal salary, I would say like $600, but you as a teacher, you easily can get 1,000 and more.
It's really good. So anyone who is traveling, they could, if they want to settle down, for example, for some time, that's a very recommended thing to do, right?
I think it's getting more complicated because now I think the market is overwhelmed. A lot of people came here because a lot of people heard like, oh, it's nice opportunity if you just know a bit English, have kind of European faces, mostly.
Not like me.
No, it will be just more complicated. They will require all documents like your bachelor degree, your certificate. With me, they will just, okay, yeah, why not? Come here.
You look like European, that's fine.
But technically I'm Asian, so I was born in Asbest, near the Yekaterinburg, and it's Asia. So I'm Asian technically. I'm at home.
Asian.
I'm Asian.
But the question is, how did you end up in Vietnam? Like, how did you choose here?
Very suddenly. So I was in India with my ex-girlfriends, and I really wanted to go to the Middle Asia to travel, but she decided to go to Thailand. And I'm like, okay, I can follow you. We came to Thailand, split it, and I had friends in Hanoi. And I almost didn't have any monies.
Really?
I had $50 in my pocket. And my friends told me, like, if you know English a bit, you can try yourself. So I hitchhiked from Bangkok here and tried, and it worked. So I like, wow, it's a very comfortable life. So I decided to stay.
Based on your major, what have you studied at university?
So my major is acting. I created the acting college in my city Asbest as a director of theatrical director, and I almost graduated the Vietnamese State Theatrical Institute as an actor, but I didn't finish.
You haven't finished university?
Yeah, no, unfortunately, 1 year. Because war started and I left the country.
So do you have a plan to finish that like sometime? Or you just gave up on that, or you just forgot?
For now, I just gave up. Because I don't want to back now in the country. Maybe after some time, when the war will finish, when this madness will stop, maybe I will back. But not now. Not now at all.
And what about traveling? Like, how long have you been traveling? Last year, or just in the past you traveled a lot?
So I would say my first hitchhiking experience and like real travel experience was in 2019. We graduated college, and my friend, my ex-schoolmate, invited me to hitchhike from Yekaterinburg to Moscow without money. And I like, scary, but yeah, let's go. So we played music on streets, slept in a tent. It was cool, but I was so scary in this time. But it was I was so inspired of this, and I kept in mind. So I want to repeat. And when hitchhiking and traveling. And when the COVID happened, in Russia, we almost didn't have any lockdown. But I worked in the theater, and as an actor, and all theaters were closed. And I stayed at home. I didn't have any monies, and it was so boring, so boring. So I decided, okay, one time before I tried hitchhike, I can try again. So I started to visit my friends in different cities, like near Revda, Chelyabinsk, Tumen, in some cities around Yekaterinburg. And okay, cool, I can now do it alone, but probably I can travel further. And I met some people who like actually opened the world for me, because many people, I don't know, maybe in Russia we have this thought that the world is scary and dangerous, people are not helpful, everyone kind of enemies, but it's not true. I really opened that people in general are kind. Most of people will try to help you, and it's pretty cool to travel. It's so nice. So I met a guy who also had a lot of experience of traveling, hitchhiking, like 10 years.
Wow.
And I kind of pleased, like, can I travel with you? Can I travel with you? He goes, yeah, okay. So we went to Dagestan, to Chechen, and after my first my first abroad country was Turkey. Without money, we traveled in Turkey. I just played music, and I realized, wow, so yeah, I can do it in country, I can do it outside. So yeah, I can move on. But after I went to work in the theater, actually, so COVID was like kicked me out to travel. It was a really good kick. And after, I went to work in theater. Life was kind of boring. I settled down, but the war started, and actually somehow war helped me to finally choose what I want. So I wanted to travel. And the war happened, I decided, no, I can't stay anymore in the country. So let's do what I really wanted. Let's travel, let's hit the road. And so war started on 22 of February, 22nd February, and I hit the road at 28th of February. I already had tickets to Turkey to visit my friend just for 10 days. And I left to Turkey, and I decided to continue, don't go back.
So, since that time, you haven't been back to the country, right?
In summer, I back home for several months, and after left. So okay, like last time I was at home in September 2022.
22.
Yeah, 2022. I was at home. Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Now it's September. Oh, now it's September. 2 years.
So I want to know, like, people say that when you travel, you learn something, you change. I want to know what happened to you. What did you learn? What was your most important lesson you got from traveling?
That people are nice. I think it's the best lesson. I realized that people are kind, people are helpful. All people should be friends. Like, it doesn't matter languages, races, faces. We are friends, and someone helped me, and I should also help people because as an answer. And also, I was a very introvert person. I would say I didn't have really communication skills, and also my English was really poor. So in my journey, I really improved English. I have visited so many places. Like I think my friends or people around me, 99% of people, they have never ever seen so many things. They haven't had so cool experience. I think even if I wouldn't have any like good job in the future, at least before my death, I would say the life was so interesting.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. I'm glad you had such a good experience. When I was traveling, I also met really nice people. When I came to Vietnam in here, like in the very first day, one American or British person really helped me to get settled down. I didn't have any Vietnamese money, I didn't have any SIM card. I was not able to book a taxi because there was no internet or anything. This man helped me from the start to my place, which was really helpful on that time. I didn't expect that. Because when I was traveling, I thought, okay, when I go there, everything will be fine. But when I arrived, like, oh, there is no internet. Oh, there is no SIM card. Oh, there is no money. Oh, there is a lot of things which I didn't think before. So this person helped, and I was like surprised, unexpected help. That's something I learned on my way. Probably many people will face something like that, because I also hear that in Vietnam there is scams and these things. I should be very careful, and I was really reluctant on who should I trust and who shouldn't I trust. Who should I talk? What should I do? What should I do? Now you said you're teaching in here.
Yep.
And that's the English language. I want to know the English English language industry.
In Vietnam.
What the Vietnamese are expecting from teachers, from English teachers, and how is it different from other countries? Is it different? I don't know that.
Okay, so I think it depends about what ages are we talking about, because, for example, I work in a kindergarten, and they don't really expect any English, to be honest, from you. They're expecting that you should be energetic, you should be funny, happy, and good communication with kids. So it's more about acting than really working, because, for example, the general class like 30 minutes. So and 15 minutes is just games and dances. Because okay, my script, the hello song, after warm-up song, it's like 5-7 minutes. After introducing flashcards, and again game. Because also some of kids even cannot speak Vietnamese, and how can you teach them English? So some of them I have kids from the group from 1 to 2 years old, and they can just sit and cry and open their mouths and sometimes smile. So they're expecting just be energetic, be funny, be cool. In schools, I think they really expect you as a professional teacher. They really expect good skills, degrees, certificates, everything. In university, same. But with adults, for example, also I would say they're expecting just nice face and good communication skills. Because a lot of things when you can just go as a volunteer. And I work in a homestay, and they require just English skills and nothing else more. Yeah, they will check you, they will have you demo classes. If the class is fine, doesn't matter if you have any degree, any education.
If you got these skills.
Yeah, you've got the skills, they don't matter. But also, I would say if we really want to talk about the English industry here, so in Vietnam, a lot of people try to study English, but I think they try to study wrong, because the IELTS, they study IELTS, and IELTS in every corner, IELTS, study IELTS. But the problem of IELTS, it's just a test of your English skills. When you study it, you don't study communication. So most of Vietnamese, they really study English, but after, they can't speak at all. It's like we're in schools. So they don't study how to speak.
But the question is, why there are many people trying to learn this language? Is it because of tourists coming, or is it because of economic thing? Like it's a boost in here. I think it's really popular to learn English for Vietnamese.
Yeah, it's very popular because I think both tourists and many people want to go abroad and good job. So it's somehow Vietnam. To be honest, it's not a rich country, and the middle salary in provinces will be, it's my experience, $200. So it's how people can get job in international companies, or they can work with tourists, because now Vietnam is very developing the tourist sphere. So I think it's most about job, to get better job, to go. They're dreaming to go in Australia, a lot of them, and to get job there, or maybe in Canada, or maybe in Singapore, but everywhere you need English. So on the second role, I think tourism will play.
Yeah, I met I met a teacher in Hanoi here, and he brought his students outside to practice English with the foreigners, which are tourists going here and there.
Yeah, it's really good.
It was really good. I had like 10 or 15 minutes of fun talking with these Vietnamese kids, and I asked them like, what is your favorite country? What country you want to travel? Like 2-3 of them, like the majority said Australia, and then there was one US and 2 Canada, and then there was like Britain as well, like 1 or 2, but the majority were saying that we are planning to maybe. They were kids at that time. It's really hard to, but they had this idea at that age. It's really interesting.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah. So about the life in here. So is it harder than where you were living? Like is it the culture, particularly the culture. It's different from Russia, right?
Yes, so different from Russia. So I had experience from India, and like India, it's like the peak. It's the hardest experience that I had. Vietnam, somewhere like in the middle between European and like Asian culture. In some cases, it's difficult, especially everyone will say traffic. Traffic is awful. No traffic rules. I mean, you should be pretty carefully on the roads. But in the next case, Vietnam is a very safe country. Yeah, people will boring to put their things on the streets, but actually, as my experience, I'm very inattentive, and sometimes I forgot my key in the motorbike. Many times, to be honest, and still no one take it. Maybe I'm lucky, but still, yeah, you can just put your things somewhere, not right in the middle of the streets, but like in cafes somewhere. No one will take it, as I think. Maybe in Hanoi more. So many people told me in Ho Chi Minh is worse. So they have these bike robbers, like in like we used to see like from South America, these videos of 2 people on the motorbike, one is driving and one is like stealing. So they told me that in Ho Chi Minh it exists. I've been in Ho Chi Minh, it was for a short time. I didn't meet it, but many people told me it exists. Like, be careful with your phone. But in Hanoi, it's pretty fine, pretty safe. Sometimes it's difficult. For me, it's rude. Like, people want to touch you. Strangers. For me, it's rude. I think for Russia, it's rude. Like when strangers suddenly like break your personal space and just hello, come here. For me, it's very rude.
That's quite in
I don't
here.
like it.
Yeah, in here, I think I saw people who are, when they see tourists, they are trying to sell something, or if they have a bike, they usually ask you if you want to go.
Yeah.
I think that's the moment they usually.
I mean, touristic place, of course, people are very annoying because they're like, oh, you're a foreigner, so probably, especially if you're white, it seems you like a walking wallet.
Yeah.
So everyone, if you just sit in the tourist place, everyone will just come and offer some goods or some trips or drugs or girls, especially in the evening in the old quarter. Everyone, marijuana, girls, one. Yeah, in this case, no. So I try to avoid tourist places. I don't like them at all.
So after like almost 2 years being in this country, what about the food?
The food. Okay, so Vietnam is the first country when I really like local cuisine. Someone will say it's very poor cuisine because mostly it's just rice noodle, and some quick cooked noodle, and with meat, usually with meat.
Yeah.
So you have only rice or sticky rice or pho, this rice noodle, or bún, also rice noodle but different, and beef or chicken or pork. But I like it.
But they also have a variety of vegetables with them. It's like, I like that. Like,
not. Yeah, they have. I mean, inside of these dishes, vegetables.
Sometimes they bake this vegetable. Sometimes they just boil it. They put it on
usually they boil.
Yeah.
Usually they boil. It's true, but mostly it's just rice and some meat. And before Vietnam, I didn't eat meat. But in Vietnam, it's so difficult to find anything vegetarian, so I just gave up. Okay, I will eat it. But at the same time, I realized the local cuisine is very heavy. Actually, it's why I'm so drowsy all the time. I'm drowsy, like sleepy, want to sleep because all the time you eat this very fat meat or soups. So I really miss something easy. Something easy, light food. But I enjoy the cuisine.
What is your favorite food here? Food?
The classic one, like pho, but
Oh, but
yeah, pho, but beef noodle soup.
beef noodles.
Yeah, but for Muslims it's so difficult to find like halal. It's almost impossible to find.
Why it is difficult?
I mean, for example, the meat should be halal. Like the animals should be killed in the right way, and the people they don't know it. There is a very small Muslim community. Yeah, I know some friends who have contacts of people who sell halal meat, but it's like 1 or 2 persons.
Yeah. Very small community of Muslims.
Yeah, very small. In Ho Chi Minh, much more, but in Hanoi, just very small.
Yeah.
And actually, I would say maybe as I see, Vietnamese they kind of try to avoid Muslims. I think because they don't understand really the culture, and maybe they just know some stereotypes from like bad news of like terrorists. Boom.
Yeah.
They didn't. I think mostly they didn't get used to being Muslims, and also girls wearing paranja, boys are very hairy. They just eat also specific food, like pray 5 times per day. For them, it's very strange. So I think it's more difficult for Muslims.
Yeah. In here, I found like 1 or 2 places to buy halal meat. Expensive, very expensive than normal meat. Very expensive, like 2-3 times expensive.
Yeah, of course.
And the lady was a Malaysian sort of lady.
Yeah, Malaysian or Indonesian.
Yeah, she was the owner of this halal meat shop. In Ho Chi Minh, I found it several places with variety of. I also found like 4 or 5 mosques there. In here, I think I found one. Yeah.
Only one.
What about the weather here? Isn't that annoying for you? Particularly in the last several days. And after like you were here like almost 2 years, so how was the weather for you?
Pretty hot during the summer. I would say last summer for me was easier than this summer. Somehow, last summer was much drier, so it wasn't so humid. Hot, but still. So now it's hot. This summer was hot and very humid, but it was like double hot. I don't like the winter. For me, winter is cold. I mean, in +10, but also humid.
Which makes you cold if it is humid and +10.
It's humid +10 and the same temperature. So they have very thick walls. No heaters, no central heating as I used to get in Russia. And it's same temperature in house and outside houses, and you can't escape from the cold.
So what people are using? Do they use something for house to be warm?
Like some electrical heaters, and just wear clothes, a lot of clothes. And when you're driving a motorbike, you should wear more. Like, so when I was driving motorbike, I wear so much clothes as in Russia during like -20. But because you're driving, it's more cold.
Yeah. Do we have snow in winter here? How it becomes cold?
No, snow they have sometimes. They have snow only in Sapa, in the border with China and the highest mountain. Sometimes, I think this winter they didn't have at all. So that's all. And actually, during the winter, Hanoi one of the dirtiest cities in the world, and during the winter is the most polluted season here. It's like very foggy. You can even like feel this bad smell. You go out of Hanoi and you feel really fresh. But in Hanoi, very humid, and there is no any wind here, so this pollution is stuck in the city, and also because of many motorbikes.
Yeah. Crowd,
Yeah, it's true. So I don't like because it's very polluted, and it's kind of cold.
Cool.
Kind of cold.
It's not like cold like as Russia.
But no, everyone thinks that if you're from Russia, you should have immunity against cold. But we use cheats. I mean, we have central heating. Maybe it's plus 10. But first of all, walls are thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So outside plus 10, inside will be plus 25. And when also it's like plus 5, plus 10 outside, the central heating will on. So it's all the time in houses will be warm.
Yeah.
Yes, I used to this. And for me, this experience when it's cold in the houses, terrible.
Really, like in my country, we don't have central heating as well. We use this stove for electric or the coals, and the room is not as hot as in Russia as there, because there is no central. And during the morning, it's cold, and then everyone starts to prepare things, and then it gets warmer. No, now I want to know about the people of Vietnam, like the culture. You say the weather, you say, but what about the people? What is this? What differentiates Vietnamese people from the rest of the world, or from other countries like yours and mine? What do you think?
So the first experience, I think that everyone will say to you, most people, Vietnamese are very friendly and very helpful. Very helpful. Even I went to mountains 1 month ago, and we visited some villages of local minorities, and there was Viet village and Hmong village, for example, in 2 kilometers, somewhere in the mountains. And Hmong will look like very suspicious on you. They will avoid you, maybe scared of you. But at the same time, in 2 kilometers in the mountain, Vietnamese people, they're like, "Hey, hello, foreigner, yes, xin chào, how are you?" It's not like about Vietnamese in Hanoi. It's even the same mentality somewhere really far from like civilization, I would say. Very friendly, very helpful. But about friendship, they are the different culture, and for me, it's I wouldn't say that I have Vietnamese friends, like really friends. For me, it's difficult to find any connections for long-term relationships. I cannot really explain why. Look, first of all, it's difficult. They're more shy.
And you're shy.
They're more shy.
If you reach them, they're shy.
Yeah, they're not up for like journeys or for like some quick, crazy decisions. They're more how it's slow, not easy, hard going, easy going. And there is like heavy going.
Yeah.
They're more heavy going. They don't like to walk in general. If they use motorbikes instead of their legs, and it's true. If you walk with them 1 kilometer, they will say, "Oh no, I'm tired. Let's sit somewhere. Or let's call taxi." They live with their families for a long time, and I know I have some people that are 25 years old, but they have to back home before 10 p.m. because of their mom or fathers. They control them.
The girls and boys, they live with their families, or just for girls? Or
Boys and girls live together. So if you see in Hanoi, they have like tall building, very narrow but tall building, and usually only one family lives there. They are the owners, yes, and like 1 room per floor.
I see.
Yeah, like, here will be mother, here will be father, here will be you, here will be your kids, for example.
Even when they get married, they will stay together?
No, if they get married, it depends of people. I have some friends who lived, they're just like maybe like wife will move to the husband house and live with his family. But as I know, couples, they will try to live separate from their family. But before marriage, before a long relationship, they will live with their families, usually. And also because it's expensive for them. Expensive for them to live alone. Yeah. So also I know many people, students, or they're not students at all. Like also they're 24, 25, and they share 1 room, like 3 people or 4 people sometimes, 1 room, because otherwise expensive.
I met 2 friends. They were from Hanoi, but they started to have a short-term work in Ho Chi Minh. And they were sharing one, not even a room, but they were sharing one living room. Or I would say the place that usually big. The apartment had like
Yeah.
3 rooms,
Three
but then there
rooms.
was one living room where people usually
The
go.
common
Yeah,
room,
the
yeah.
common one.
Mhm.
And they were sleeping there. And when I asked them, they said like we started to live alone, we started to work, we started to be out of our support of the family, so we have to go through this. I say, yeah, man, it's fine. You're a man, you can do it. And so you told me about the people and the relationship. How is that? Is it like more traditional or is it like Europeans? Like this relationship, this boyfriend and girl and this.
What do you mean? What's more European?
I mean, like,
European?
like for example, Muslims.
Yep.
They don't have it often, based on their culture and based on their religion, right? I want to know about here. Is there anything like
It's more.
restriction on them?
So I'd say relationships are more European, but at the same time, if your parents don't like your boyfriend or girlfriend, they will probably ask you to divorce. They will ask you like, we don't accept you. For example, I have a friend and his parent didn't like his girlfriend, and they say, or you leave our house. So they try to manipulate him, or you leave our house, or you separate. Yeah. So he chose his girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah, he chose her. And I also say, yeah, do whatever you want. If you love her, yeah, why should you listen to your parents?
Yeah.
And it's this really strong manipulation.
Yeah, because that's really the last moment is that when you say get out, that's the kicking out
Yeah, it's like they
because of
literally
her.
kick him out.
because of relationship.
Yeah, because the girl was from the city, so there were 2 cities nearby, and these cities they didn't like each other. People from the city they don't like each other. So he was from this, like Romeo and Juliet. He was from there, and the mom decided, no, they're bastards, and this is only bastards live. He's like, no, she's nice.
Yeah. It's really important the relation.
And all about Vietnamese, they're very loud, very loud. 1 Vietnamese person is okay, 2 is like a choir. They they like to express their feelings loudly. And maybe I have an idea. Maybe they loud because of tones. Because when I listen to their speech, it sounds like no emotional. Because so like short tones. So maybe to show their feelings, because maybe if like in general conversation, you will express somehow your emotions, the tones will be different.
Yeah.
Somehow you can affect your tones. So they should be like louder, express their feelings stronger to show emotions. But they're very loud. You can see in the evening or in the cafes. Now actually it's quiet, but in the evening, usually even the couple they will sit and they will talk very loud. So that's an idea. I have a friend from Philippines who said the first time he arrived here, he was thinking that they're just very angry. They're very angry, but no, it's just how they talk.
That's how
Yeah.
normal for them.
Yeah, normal for them.
Just want to check. Yes, well.
It still works too.
Yeah, that's good. So there is one thing I want to know about you. Like, what do you do in your free time? You're not working 24 hours.
Yeah, it's true. I'm very lazy now. I work just 4 hours per day, or 3 hours sometimes. I don't know. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I play video games. Now in my place with other foreigners, we open a kind of computer club, and if we have free time, we go and play together.
What games?
Now we play Cossacks 3, like strategium games. Sometimes RPG, like Baldur's Gate 3, we now try to play, or some RTS, like strategium together. I can watch some TV series, or if in the evening I can go to drink in the old quarter, go clubbing, or just drive somewhere, visit friends. It depends. If I feel not really well for communicate with people, yeah, I will stay at home, probably play video games. maybe listen to something. If I feel good, yeah, probably I will go to hang out with someone.
And then, if this is your free time, do you have any hobby?
Hobbies?
Yeah.
Playing guitar, driving motorbike in some places, video games.
Video games still?
Yeah, probably.
Where did you learn guitar? How did where?
By myself. That's a sad story because I tried to impress one girl. I really fall in love in her, and I wanted to study guitar at the same time. So I decided, nice idea to learn the song and to record it and to send to her. I did it.
Wow.
I tried really hard, 3 days, the simplest song, and she even like didn't read my message. And I'm like, fuck. But in the other case, like, okay, I just started. Let's continue. So by myself, by YouTube.
I'm so sorry for that.
Sorry. Don't be.
Yeah, it's like
Don't be.
it often happens during the life of men usually.
But it's really helped me. So it's inspired me to continue.
Continue.
Yeah, study guitar.
How long? Like how many years it took?
I wouldn't say that I really know how to play. I'm still learning. I would say I play kind of normal, not really professional, normal. Mostly I use guitar for singing, to support my voice. So I'm singing at the same time, but playing something that's simple usually on the guitar.
I see.
Mostly I use it for sing.
But do you sing in English as well, or?
Most of my songs Russian. I know some Turkish songs, some Ukrainian songs, and slowly I study more English songs. Slowly. Yeah, but mostly this song that I want, because many people they're like, oh, you play guitar? Do you know this? Or do you know this? Do you know this? I'm like, no, I play only that I want to play. Something that touching strings of my soul.
Some emotional or like not emotional, I would say like more of romantic or some mix you a bit.
Oh, it depends. For example, for busking, of course, the best songs are more energetic, more loud, some rock music. But for myself, I'll also have some very quiet, lyrical, sometimes romantic songs. So it also depends on my mood. They're both very hard rock, very energetic, loud, to shout, and something really calm.
That's good. I have a question completely different from the
Okay.
current scenario. Very interesting. I asked this question from some people that I meet, from wherever they are. Like I asked them what they know about Afghanistan, like generally speaking.
Okay.
Anything they know.
Okay. So I know that Soviet army kind of invaded to Afghanistan. So there's a country in the Middle East between Pakistan and Tajikistan, and I know people there no one conquer Afghanistan, never. All the time, it's like very mountain area, and it's difficult, even difficult to conquer this place. So should be very strong, proud people who are really appreciate their independence, but at the same time, like last years you overcame so many difficult things, times like Talibs came, kind of federal authority gave up after Americans left, and I don't know really how do people feel now, because as I noticed it, and as you told me, it's more safety now. Yes, I know, because Talibs control the territory, they don't need to blow anything now. But in the same case, I don't like how they take like freedom, especially from women. Like it's restricted for them to be without hijab, to express their opinions, their thoughts. I don't like it at all. I don't like dictatorship. So safety is nice, but at the same time, I'm supportive of democracy, like of freedom of speech.
Yeah. Am I the first Afghan you met, or you had some friends? before?
Yeah, I met some people from Afghanistan. I think the first person I met, he was in Denizli in Turkey, and he was 19 years old guy, and he spoke English like Eminem. But he just studied language by music and by some videos.
Yeah.
And I was so surprising because he was like, whoa, slow down, slow down. He was so nice, so helpful. And after I met in India some Afghani people, and you are not a lot of you outside. It's difficult I think for citizens of Afghanistan to travel.
Yeah.
With your passport.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
But I really would like to visit Afghanistan. Really, it's my dream. I think it should be very interesting.
I hope you will be able to in the near future, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And I highly suggest you to go in spring. Go like in March, April, around this month. It's a good time. It's not so cold, it's not so hot.
Yeah.
And the capital is really nice at this time. My city is also very welcoming. And when you went there, I highly suggest you to try palau.
Love?
You will see probably palau there.
Mm-hmm.
And also try kebab from liver.
Okay.
From liver. Like really.
Liver.
Yeah, from animal liver. It's really delicious. These are the two, three. And mantu is quite popular in your country as well, but we also got the mantu as a traditional food. And the last one I suggest you is bologna. I mean, it's a kind of chiburik. It's like a kind of chiburik.
Okay.
The facial is chiburik, but it's a bit different inside. These are some of the traditional things you can try. Yogurt on the street you can find.
I think, of course, if I go to Afghanistan, I will hitchhike.
Yeah.
Of course, I will try everything. I will go in a wild style.
Yeah. That's really good. So if you have a last saying for the people, for the youth, do something better for their life, like to get better, what do you say to them? What do you recommend?
Something for people who will watch it. Some advice.
Maybe advice for people who would like to try to do different new things, travel, be open to the world.
Okay. Maybe I would say mainstream. Be brave. For example, people tell me a lot, oh, you're so brave, you do it. But the main thing, I'm scary all the time. I go to another country, I'm very boring, I'm very anxious person. So as I think, you can be brave enough to do something. Like most of the people, they just wait. Okay, I'm waiting. So in the future, I will be brave. I won't be scared. So I will do this. And they wait. But I think this moment won't start. You will be scary, but you just have to do this. Yeah, afraid of this, but do. And after, when you did it many times, you will be brave. When you had this experience. But before, when you haven't tried it, you will still scare you, still frightened of this.
Yeah, very good advice.
If you're scared, just do.
If something scares you, get out and do it.
Yeah, get out and do it.
Something like that.
Don't wait the moment when you feel enough confident, because it won't be.
So yeah, these are some of the things I wanted to know. Do you have anything to say?
Anything to say? I mean, peace, no war, love each other, stay safe, good health for everyone, live long, be happy.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming to my podcast. I hope you had a good time.
I had.